Hey Dennis, how's
Hey,
it going?
look
That's
at
fantastic.
you.
Dennis, I thought this was a Christmas special. Why are you?
Well, this is Christmas in Sweden. This is, but actually,
That's how you do it?
I
But
actually have with someone here as well. I have a big fat one, too much
oh,
sugar.
he is awesome.
But
He's fantastic.
I
That is
think yours
awesome.
looks a bit dangerous.
Which one? This one?
No, the, no, the other one.
This one, dude.
Yeah.
This is a nutcracker from Germany. You put the nuts in there, and you
Oh.
like that
Oh, I thought it was a different kind of nutcracker. Not very. I'm
kind of,
happy I'm on this side of the camera.
which is very kind of special because we're actually going to go and see the Nutcracker and Sadler's Wells in a few days. So I'm still feeling very Christmassy, everybody. But let's take it away, Dennis. This is a very short one, just kind of summarizing how we've been doing for the year, and also maybe looking at some of our results, etc., and so forth. So, yes, okay, good.
Absolutely. Let's summarize a bit what have happened during the past week. It's been a quite quiet week because sometimes the market goes all crazy when it's Christmas and the December times, but it's actually allowed us some time to relax a bit. But that's what trading and investing is anyways. So if we have a look here, we moved our stop loss on CHPT down to 2%. So we're locked in 2% and waiting there. And then we have here if we start here with the Buffalo, we have as well MRK. We moved our stop loss finally to break even. So now we are in a good position here. And I really like this because we do have this level of support here, and it's just consolidating there. And hopefully now it's going to break higher. It does look like it. So it looks exciting. And then we have Sana as well. So Sana, it's no trade. That's the power of the stop order. Woo! So it never went up enough for us to go in. So we just canceled the trade instead, since it's broke down. But then we have a good one that we entered last week, which is Coin, which was a no-brainer. Coinbase Global, one of your favorite companies, Marcus?
This is it. Absolutely. I mean, we had a really great trade on that just recently. But then when it came back down again, it was time for us we got out, but it was time for us to get back in again. That's the great thing about it.
Such a perfect Buffalo. We went in here actually last time. So a couple of bounces, and now it went down to the support again, and we went in again.
I think last time, though, we went actually in with a VCA, Dennis, as it came down from its IPO, its initial public offering. Yeah, exactly. And we kept coming in. But now, several months later, we can now see, what does the market perceive? Because that's what all this price action actually is. It's just the short-term perception of the market. And we now know roughly what the market thinks that Coinbase is worth. So we know that was a good entry point.
Yeah, exactly. And we had a nice green candle here, Marcus, even though I'm colorblind, I'm guessing.
Yes, that was very good.
Yeah.
Shum, so that is the official language of trading. Shum, shum, shum. And what's really interesting is, I mean, we're going to see the results a little bit later, Dennis, but actually, right at the beginning of when we started, we had 1 year, I think it was August, September. And so we did really well last year. I can't remember exactly what we got, but we got over around 36%. I think it was pretty accurate, right? Because we say 3% a month, and it was pretty much on it, 37, I can't remember. But then in the first few months, we really struggled. But I think we've now, and this is what really happens is you might have, it's like a bus really in the UK. There's no buses and then suddenly 3 come along all at once. And that's exactly what the Buffalo strategy is like. So never give up on it because we really are doing quite well with the Buffalo strategy.
Indeed, we are. And if we have a look at, so before we go into the new ones here, I just want to have a brief look here at the Dow Jones. And there's 2 things I want to show you here. One is that we are, I would say, in a consolidation here between the 34,000 and the 36,500 area. And it does look like it's want to break higher here to a fresh all-time high. So maybe we get that before the new year. But one thing that I noticed here is if we have a look at let's see here, I'm going to show you the 21, just something for you guys to look at here. So if we look at the weekly, let's see if we can actually make that happen here. I think we should be able to. So then we can see, if we look at the weekly 21 moving average, then what we can see is that it has, let's see, this was not what I thought here. Let's get this to a weekly. Boom. Here we go. No, this was not what I expected here.
You've got it on the close, I think. Is that possible?
That could be the case here. It could be at the open. No, well, almost. Let me get back to you guys on that. But you can see here, the 21 weekly moving average is quite interesting because it has never really left the 21 weekly moving average. It's been around that and touched that line all the way since COVID, basically. Since it broke higher there in June 2020. This is a good indicator to look at. We are just hovering around that area and now breaking higher again. So if you have a look at the 21 weekly moving average for the Dow Jones and even on the NASDAQ, as long as we trade above that, we are definitely in an upward trending market. But that is what we're seeing here as well. So even though a lot of people are scared, it was interesting because the Fear and Greed Index showed fearful readings just a few days ago, even though the markets are around an all-time high. So let's see what happens here, and if we get a Christmas rally higher here as well. And
by the way, just so that we get that right, the 21 weekly moving averages, they usually are on the close. You know, that's what the average is normally on the close. So I think that was probably correct. Okay, but do we have anything new? Any new buffers here?
Yeah, we do have two new buffaloes. We have one here that is a short one. So a EQT Corporation is looking interesting, and we'll see. We want to have this red candle first before we do anything else.
I'm telling you why I don't like this one, Dennis. I'm sorry to say, is because, you know, can you see all the inner support that it's got at around the 19.5 or 20 level? So I actually don't think that this is a 1, 2, 3. I think that could be wishful thinking. I think, you know, it's possible, of course, but it's not a slam dunk.
Not a slam dunk, but we are about to find out. I think it could be interesting, but I do agree there are some support levels here we do need to be aware of.
This is very important, everybody. So I wish we had a long for you to show you, but we're gonna have a short. Yes, of course, you can see that it did go to around 17.51, as Dennis has drawn that line there. But the actual fact is that, you know, several times you can see there in June. You can also see it again in, I know there's lots of things covering that up. September, October, and this, you know, November. You know, so. You know, will it break through that 19.49 or whatever? I'm not sure. It could do, right?
This is a possible region as well.
Possible, sure. But the fact is, okay, fine. Let's keep moving.
I do agree. And then we have Nova as well. This is Nova Pharmaceutical. So Nova is interesting because we have been in this before. And we actually had no trade on that because it broke lower. But this time we are at the 3 bounces. It is consolidating a bit. And I think it has a good range to move up as well, and even higher than this. So this would be a 4 to 1. So a 3 to 1 would be even lower than this. So I think this could be a really interesting trade if the energy markets chooses to go higher from here. But we'll see. It's consolidating at the moment. A nice 3 to 1 risk reward ratio on this as well.
Okay, very good.
So that being said, right, what do you think, Marcus, will be the trends for next year? It's 2021 now, but what do you think? And you guys, please comment below as well. What do you think will be the best investments for 2022? And in terms of the buffaloes, it doesn't really matter because we go both long and short. So it doesn't matter what the market will do.
Exactly. So I would say, you know, keep doing that, everybody. You know, we're getting the results. We're getting our 3% a month on average. Not always, right? But sometimes it's more, sometimes less. But on average, that's what we are doing. And so therefore, always make sure that you're getting into longs and also shorts. Overall in the markets, you know, I'd love to be one of those people that can tell you exactly what's going on. I would say, though, that they're going to be printing more money because they're going to have to, because they can't help it, because, you know, it's a Biden institution, so it's going to. But I would say, and that's something that I've been doing for a while now, I've been starting to do some VCAs, which of course is our third strategy we're going to come on to in just a moment, on reverse ETFs. Really building up my position. Some people go into gold, some people go into silver in order to hedge themselves. Yes, I'm doing that, but I'm also going into reverse ETFs. What a reverse ETF is that if the market goes down, my reverse ETF goes up. Now, one point here, Dennis, is always make sure that it isn't a leveraged one. So it's not ×2 or ×3, which would be even worse. It's just a ×1. In other words, if the market goes down by 1, my ETF goes up by 1. So that's one thing that I'm really starting to build up that position on.
Absolutely. And I'm doing that as well. But I do think that silver and gold will become really good investments in 2022 as inflation starts to go up. But a lot of people thought that before, and it's a heavily manipulated market. But we will see. Maybe 2022 will be slightly different. But that's why we're diversifying.
I think if you're investing and you don't, that's why Warren Buffett is so strong. It's because he just doesn't have a time horizon. He thinks that, if the market closes for 5 years, so what? That's strong. That makes you strong. He doesn't need the money. And so if, we might be in too early in gold and silver, but as long as eventually it does happen, then that's fine. It depends on what you want out of the market. If you want cash flow, then you're going to have to trade and you're going to have to get it right. So then the buffalo might be better for you.
Yeah. But I think that's a key distinction for sure, to not need the money. But I like to do all of them because I'm really impatient. So I like to do all strategies, some that I don't need to be patient on, like the VC, I can wait forever, but then I have some faster strategies as well. So
talking of faster strategies, shall we get on to
cryptos?
Those, yes.
Yay. So cryptos is interesting at the moment. It did break out from the downward trend we saw here, broke up to 68,000. We had a retest at 45,000 a couple of weeks ago. And now it broke out of this shorter downward trend as well. And now it might even retest that. Who knows? But I think it looks bullish, longer term for sure, and even shorter term. So let's see what happens here. We had a little bit of a fall today with 3-4%, but I think Bitcoin will be a strong investment in next year as well.
Well, my only question about Bitcoin is that what is its upside? If it's 100 to 500%, fine, but there are some others that I think that have 1,000 to 10,000% potential. More risk, of course, more risk. So therefore, that's why we do both.
Speaking about big potential, we have actually taken some profits on Matic here, up another 100%, close to an all-time high. Do you have a Christmas move? Maybe
jingle move.
That's a good one. Okay. So, but yes, absolutely. So we have a lot of these good ones here. So make sure to look over your positions. We had some of these that jumped quite a bit, but Theta among them did go from 380 up to 540, but it has been quite disappointing. We have gotten in a lot of times, so just waiting for this.
Yeah, it has been disappointing. No doubt about it. Yeah.
One strong one for next year might still be Ethereum, I think. I think Ethereum, when they keep building on that together with Solana, these bigger blockchains will be great investments. But one that I was quite surprised with was Aave. Aave still fell down from $670 down to $160. And I think Aave, I actually met an IT person, and they work with Aave on security for the cyber web in there. He works at a really big company. So Aave is really being used as well. So this might be one to look into a bit closer.
The one that I really like, I don't know whether you got on your list, is Terra Luna.
Yes,
I really like that one. That's really been going up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's a big list. Holy moly.
Yeah, we took 100% profit on that. Yeah,
did you move as well when you did it?
Yeah, we did move. Absolutely. But I think one of the major trends for next year, because we're not taking any profit on these, it's just been going sideways, basically. Luna and Matic has been going up a bit. But the one I want to add is Gala this week.
Very good. Yeah.
Because I do think and believe, like Facebook changed the name to Meta, a lot of big gaming companies are working on metaverses. And I think that's going to be a giant trend for next year. And Gala is one of those competitors and contenders. So I do think Gala would be a good one as well.
That's a good word. Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. I've got several positions in this one here and down at the moment. So it's a great entry point. If people, want to get in a better price than I certainly got in, then, well, it's actually the second time. I'm doing a kind of a CCA at the bottom, but now I'm starting a second CCA as well.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, the same here. I think yeah, I'm around break even on this. I went in on the first wave down here.
Mhm.
But yes, this is a good one. But besides from that, we're just looking over our positions. We have some that's been really strong. AWACS also close to an all-time high. So do make sure you take some profits if you haven't. Who knows how high this is going to go? But what we look for Bitcoin is that we've had these massive waves up, and currently we're trading within, I would say, this wave here. So we would within 40,000, 68,000. If it breaks below that, we'll keep you updated. You'll be the first to know on this channel if we change our view shorter term on Bitcoin, if we start becoming a little bit bearish. I think the one thing I'm looking for a little bit now is this pattern here. It might, hope not, but might be creating a head and shoulder, which is a reversal pattern, which might mean it might head lower, but we'll see now.
Did you see what you did there? It might head lower. Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, no, actually not, but that was funny, actually. It's good. But we'll see on that, but we'll keep you posted here. But so let us know, what do you think are the major trends for 2022? Comment below, and what is your favorite Christmas? Is it the Nutcracker, or is it the fat Christmas? I don't know what this is. Gnome, was that it? Maybe.
I think it's a gnome. Yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
Do you know how to spell gnome, Dennis?
Yeah, GNOME.
I'm impressed.
Gnome.
Very good.
Okay, cool. And
all right, so very good. So any more new ones? Otherwise, we move on to the VCA and then our results.
Yeah, let's do that. So
we said this would be a short one, and it's not short at all.
No, that is my fault. I'll take full responsibility for this. But we don't have anything here either. The market has been, we're up 10% or so on some of them, including, I think it was IBM. We're up around 10%. CRM, we entered last week. We're up a little bit on that. And the one we're adding this week is Square Inc. or Block Inc. that they changed name to, down 40%. I think that's a great first entry point.
So interesting, isn't it? They spend so much time on branding and making sure everybody knows their name. And then, Facebook turns to Meta, and then Square turns to Block. It's all happening, I tell you, with blockchain and the metaverse right now. Okay, do we have any new ones at all?
This is the new one.
This is the new one.
Yeah, and
in Square. I think I'm already in Square.
Yeah, you are in Square.
I'm not in Square. I'm in Block.
Block, exactly. And I think that the main reason we entered this, but they're heavily involved in cryptos, which we believe, and blockchain, which we believe is the future. Great earnings per shares and very low debt, and it's just a great company, I think. And they're working for the future, which we think is a key area for
it's never disappointed us, this one here. It's been a great friend of ours in terms of VCA over the last few months and years, and like Dennis says, great fundamentals as well. So I think this is a really good one to have a look at. But as always, do your own research. Very important. You're using us as a springboard to do your own research. Important if you want to get the kind of results we're getting. Talking of results, Dennis.
Yeah, good.
See how I did there? See what I did?
That was really nice. You must have been
a segue. Yeah.
So with Buffalo, we are strong still at 53%. We're locked in a couple of percent on some of the positions, among them Coinbase, VCA hovering around 815% on the money invested. CCA, we are still same there, is hovering sideways a bit. So we're waiting for them to go up 1,460% on the money invested. Small cap, we locked in another 100% on Matic. And that's taking that up to 4,420% on the money invested. So I think that's still, I think for everybody that is new here, I think that's an important distinction to make. The Buffalo is on the total portfolio, because we always risk 1% of the portfolio, no matter if the portfolio is $20,000 or $100,000. But it's a little bit more difficult to calculate with VCA and CCA and small cap, depending on how many you have in your portfolio. So we thought it was easy.
That is a great distinction, Dennis. And another great distinction to make is when it's 28th, you have to change the ST to TH. That is also a very important distinction.
But it's in my second language. We can't forget that. I think that's important distinction.
Very important distinction. We're making loads of great distinctions here. And for example, in England, if you were to write 1,460, you put a comma between the 1 and the 4. We are making so many distinctions. It's incredible.
Yep, it's absolutely setting us up for a great 2022.
This is awesome. Listen, as you can see, I'm still a little bit in the Christmas spirit here, whereas Dennis, rubbish. Oh, okay, a little bit, with his gnomes. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're awesome. Especially the fat one. We love the fat one. So we want to wish everybody. Look, I always think it's Christmas week, so all the way up to the New Year celebration. We wish you a very happy New Year as well, and keep following us on this channel to make sure that you get the kind of results that we're getting here. So please do subscribe. Go ahead and do that now. Also, give us a quick like if you enjoyed this Christmas version, and we look forward to seeing you next. What is the next time? Will be next year, Dennis.
Yeah, it will be next year. See you guys in 2022.
Wow. Take care, everybody. Happy New Year.